Welcome back, and it's now time for the business day. There's a lot at stake for Caribbean countries this hurricane season. And this evening, we hear from 4 countries, Jamaica, the Cayman Islands, Guyana, and Anguilla, about how they're coping with the tourism industry. Ramada Lyons reports.
I would protect my own.
The Caribbean Tourism Organization places 2025's total overnight visitors at approximately 35 million. Cruise arrivals could also climb to nearly 36 million. But this is in jeopardy, and industry officials are highlighting the vulnerability of the industry. First up, Jamaica.
That vulnerability could reflect itself in permanent dislocations for some countries, as we have seen. Because if tourism is at the heart of your economy and its vulnerability is expressed in a negative way, that when disruptions come, we can't recover quickly, and we can't thrive afterwards. It means that we're going to be relegated into penury and eventually in almost an unmanageable state. We've seen it around us.
Next up, Guyana. The senior manager of destination marketing says the country is often spared from direct hits.
We do get affected indirectly because the traveler perception of the entire Caribbean region, of which Guyana is a part of, is affected.
However, now a survey with tourists in New York City shows that there is indeed a perception.
When I think about hurricanes in the Caribbean, I think about a lot of destruction because of what I've seen on the news. I also think about that hurricanes are getting worse all the time with climate change.
I know the Caribbean. Caribbean is good people for the hurricane because the hurricane is very dangerous. Yeah, but the Caribbean most of them is Caribbean is affect all the Caribbean Sea.
My family's Caribbean. My mom lives in Florida as well. So I think about safety. I start praying. I always think about how what I can do to help, what I can donate to.
I think of destruction, man, because I used to go to the Cayman Islands with my family and I saw what it looked like after. And it definitely looked torn up, so I feel bad for those people in the...
Ms. Setteran also pointed to the importance of having backup plans for visitors impacted by hurricanes. This includes
ensuring that they have insurance for their guests as well in case of any cancellations and all of these things. So I think the region is doing as much as it can, and with partners outside of the region, I think it could only strengthen.
Next up, Anguilla. The tourism minister argues that visitors know when there's a hurricane.
You get warnings. You get a week's warning, and it's entirely up to you as a person as to when you decide to leave. What I've learned over the years is that as a host island of tourists, you don't really want the responsibility of tourists on the island once a hurricane is coming, because your first priority really is with your guests, your visitors.
On the flip side, considering that no tourist is harmed, there's a major plus when they visit the Caribbean during the hurricane season. The Cayman Islands tourism director explains.
And the visitors that find themselves in the Caribbean during hurricane season, we love that they come during that time because it's usually our off-peak time.
But that's not often the case.
The digital footprint works against our region at times because before a storm actually hits, it's being talked about 10 days before. The sheer discussion around a pending storm affects business.
The Met Service forecasts 3 to 5 major hurricanes this season. The projection indicates Category 3, 4, or 5 hurricanes. Ramada Lyons, TVJ News.
I would protect my own.
To the stock market now, the JSE index declined by 640 points today, while the junior market index advanced by 16 points. The winners include Access Financial Services, Stanley Motor, Sterling Investments US dollar shares, JFP, Knutsford Express Services was the other. Losers include Medical Disposables and Supplies, 138 Student Living Jamaica, R.A. Williams Distributors, G West Corporation, and Cygnus Real Estate Financial, 21 stocks traded firm. Foreign currency trading ended today with banks and cambios selling the US dollar for an average $160.44. The Canadian dollar is being sold for $117.74. The pound is going for $215.21, while the euro is selling for an average $182.86. And that's it for the Business Day. Regional and international stories are next.